What's going on, guys? How y'all doing this fine morning? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Thursday was very entertaining indeed, man. Social media was honestly popping on Thursday. If you guys don't know, Project Scorpio specs finally got revealed. If you don't know this, then man, I don't know what's wrong with you. You've been living under a rock, but you probably do know this. And with the specs revealed, the Xbox fanboys went absolutely crazy. And honestly, they have every right to celebrate. The Xbox Scorpio is a huge jump from the Xbox One and the Xbox One S. This is actually a significant improvement. So Xbox fans have every reason to rejoice because honestly, they have a beast console coming on the way, and it's gonna slap the PS4 Pro in performance when it comes to these multiplats. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? As long as the developers don't, go for parity or something like that, or are just extremely lazy. You know what I'm trying to say? But there's no reason why the Scorpio shouldn't, outperform the PlayStation 4 Pro. With that being said, a lot of people also ate crow on Thursday because a lot of people prior to release were saying, yo, the Scorpio though is gonna have that Ryzen CPU. Oh guys, did you guys see the Scorpio logo in the booth of the Ryzen? All of this shit was going down, and a lot of people had to eat crow because the Scorpio has no Ryzen CPU and it has no Vega GPU like how some people were claiming it was gonna have. It's using basically a RX 480. Essentially, the GPU in the Scorpio is actually the exact same GPU in the PS4 Pro, if you know what I'm saying, but it's actually tweaked different, you know what I'm saying, and clocked much higher, and a whole bunch of it has like cooling, so like it can handle this and all of that shit. It has like some fancy shit. It's like, you guys go read up on this fancy shit. I'm not even like a super tech head, but essentially the GPU is actually pretty much the same GPU that's in the PS4 Pro, but just souped up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so with that being said, after looking at the specs of Project Scorpio, it definitely is impressive in the console space, but in the PC space, no. The Scorpio is not touching high-end PCs like how some people claimed it was going to do. Some people made it seem that the Scorpio is gonna drop and it's gonna make PC gaming irrelevant. And for some reason, I kind of had like, yo, is this a possibility? Is this a possibility? But as I predicted, no way. $399 to $499 console is gonna be competing with $1,000 GPUs, $699 GPU, $700 graphics cards and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense. A lot of fanboys are running around thinking that the Scorpio is gonna be beasting, 1080 rigs, 980 Ti rigs. You know what I'm saying? But looking at the specs, the reality is it's not. And don't come around writing console optimization, or I'm gonna slap you. I'm just joking, but yeah, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Even with console optimization, we could program straight to the meta. Come on, it's still not touching these high-end PCs. It is what it is. You get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? It ain't rocket science. You don't need to be a super tech wizard to notice. All right, so we got people like Kid Smooth running around. Shout out to the homie Kid Smooth. He came on Press Start Podcast, which you guys should check out. He came on and was saying some reckless things like, yo, the Scorpio is gonna, beast my rig. And he has a rig with like an i5 processor and a 980 Ti. But in reality, his rig is stronger than the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe that the Scorpio is gonna do some magic. But I'm telling you guys, the GPU is equivalent to a RX 480. You know what I'm saying? The Scorpio isn't doing no sorcery here. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to do anything that we haven't seen before, especially in the PC space. You know what I'm saying? People know this. Logical people know this. So today, I got in front of you guys Forza 6 Apex on PC and I'm gonna demonstrate how this game runs on my i7 5820K. Not even overclock, stock clocked. And my newly 1080 Ti, that I just got. Yeah, I know. I'm a PC whore. I know. Anyways, yeah, I got a 1080 Ti. So let's see how this game performs on my rig, because some Xbox fanboys were totally blown away that the Forza tech on Project Scorpio was running in 4K 60 frames per second. And honestly, I think Microsoft, kind of copped out by displaying Forza Motorsport 6, because this game is not very demanding at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna show you how high-end PCs beast this game, absolutely destroy this game with tons of headroom. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like really Microsoft kind of cheaped out showing Forza 6. Honestly, they could have showed Forza Horizon 3, which is much more demanding. If they had Forza Horizon 3 playing at 4K Ultra 60 frames per second, I would be freaking impressed. But guess what? They didn't. They didn't. And they didn't show that for a reason, guys. They're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? They didn't show Gears of War 4 as the game, because that game, I remember playing that game on my 1080 Founders Edition, and the campaign, maxing everything out, I can't even get a locked 60 frames per second. So do I expect Scorpio to play Gears of War 4 4K 60? The campaign, definitely no. That's not happening. I'm putting it out there right now. If you're expecting Gears of War 4 to run 4K 60 frames per second, ultra equivalent settings on the Scorpio, that's not happening. Especially the campaign. The multiplayer is less taxing, so I could actually see that may be a possibility. But the campaign, hell no. So let's just get into this demonstration before I continue talking, man, on this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the options, show you guys that everything is maxed out at 4K. You know what I'm saying? Okay, wait. Yeah. Yeah. And I turned up my anti-aliasing all the way to ×8 at 4K, which if you game on PC at this resolution, you don't need MSAA ×8. That's like absolutely overkill. You know what I'm saying? So everything's maxed out. And let's see how much frames I get. Let's see how much frames I get with my rig. Let's go to free play. Let me switch up my vehicle. I want something more gangster. Can I get the P1 though? Because that car is absolutely beast, man. I love the Forza franchise. By the way, okay, did I miss McLaren? There we go. This car is absolutely a monster. All right, so we got 16 players, and let's start a race and see how much frames per second I get on my rig. You know what I'm saying? At 4K ultra settings. Yeah, man. People really think the Scorpio's out here doing magic out here, but I think this game wasn't really a good example to showcase the power to me, because I know it ain't very tasking. All right, so let's go. Let's see how much frames I get. I got the frames counter on. So let's see how my computer handles this at 4K. As you guys can see, I'm averaging a shit ton of frames at 4K. Currently, I'm gaming on a what's it called? A TV. It's Sam's. Oh, I'm not. It's kind of hard to fucking talk and drive at the same time. Right now I'm gaming on what am I gaming on? A KS 8000. So I'm not even really getting all these frames right now, because the refresh rate of this TV doesn't go that high. You know what I'm saying? you don't really need a professional performance monitor if you actually want to get these frames. You're gonna need something with like 144 hertz or a G-Sync monitor, which I used to have but got rid of. I'll probably be back on the monitor game soon. But yeah, look how much frames per second I'm getting at 4K with MSAA times 8 ultra settings. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I wasn't like extremely impressed with them showing off Forza, to be honest. And it was impressive when I heard that they ported over the technology in 2 days, which is pretty damn cool. But you guys got to remember, you know, Turn 10 is a huge studio. You know, smaller studios ain't doing that shit in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to keep that in mind as well. And also, I don't think they even ported over the full Forza game over. It was just the Forza Tech engine, you know what I'm saying? And they also said, if you watch Digital Foundry's videos, that when they turned the settings to ultra, basically they tried to stress test the Scorpio, the GPU was at 88% usage on a Forza game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously we can, you know, chop it up to being like, oh, it didn't get, you know, really optimized properly. It was just a quick port. Yeah, so we could give them that, but still 88% GPU usage, you know, at ultra. So how's it gonna fare when it's playing Rise of the Tomb Raider? Because that game is honestly a killer, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you want the settings to be ultra and you're trying to get 60 frames per second. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is just to show you guys that, yo, honestly, they could have used a better game to demonstrate the Scorpio if they were gonna impress PC gamers, because honestly, you don't really need a crazy graphics card to play this game. Look, like I said, I'm playing this at 4K currently. Oh fuck. And I'm honestly destroying it. So there you guys go. Hope you guys, you know, enjoyed the video. But honestly, like I said, y'all, no one's trying to downplay the Scorpio. The Scorpio is going to be a beast console in the console space, obviously. But when it comes to these PCs, man, the Scorpio ain't coming close. You know what I'm saying? The Scorpio ain't coming close. So keep your expectations in check, people. And yeah, then you guys are going to, you know, be happy with your console. Anyways, guys, I'll check you guys out later, and take it easy. Thumbs up the video, man, and check out Press Start Podcast, man. The episode was absolutely amazing. I'll check you guys out later.